Guys, now please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. I'm audible, guys. Please respond to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Right. All right, sir. Now it's okay. Guys, now please check it. What topic here we are discussing now? What is the content here we are discussing, sir? So language fundamentals. The topic here we are discussing there. Language fundamentals. And a language fundamentals. Yeah. Yeah, Hanudeep, don't worry. I will discuss about it. Java setup I have not discussed with you, then I'll discuss there. Then I'll give some time for you. I'll discuss about it. Meanwhile, what I am telling there, Anudeep, anyway, I will take separate class for you. Now here Java app dev steps are available. Just we can check these steps now. Meanwhile, then separately I will take it now. It's not at all dependent topic for us. In a simple way, we are able to understand. Now just here, if you have any, if you want to check for it now, here document is available. Just try to check this document. But again, I will discuss with you. Don't worry. Okay. All right, sir. So to prepare Java applications, we need some elements from the Java programming language which are not possible for the developers to create. Here the Java programming language provided building blocks are called what their language fundamentals. To prepare Java applications, Java has provided the following building blocks. All right. Now what are the various building blocks that here we are having there? The tokens, data types, typecasting, Java statements and arrays. Okay. And one small clarity, guys, all of you know. Now this is third topic actually we are discussing there. Then first two topics, introduction part and Java app development, I will discuss again. Again I will start introduction and again I will start Java app development steps now. But I will give time to you. I will give that schedule on which date onwards I am going to take it for all of you. Even if you want to go for revision once again, or if you want to, if you miss these two topics really, then definitely I will discuss about these two concepts here. I'll give schedule for it. Very soon I'll start it. I'll start it now. Then try to attend that classes also. Okay. All right, now let's move to the point here. What are the various building blocks of language fundamentals here? Tokens, data types, typecasting, Java statements, and arrays. Okay. Now tokens part here we started. Now first here we understood lexeme. An individual and a logical unit in Java program is called what the lexeme. Token, the collection of lexemes under a particular group is called what there a token. Examples here are given there. Into A is equal to B plus C star D semicolon. Right, sir. Now something else here I given into A is equal to that means where 9 number of lexemes are available into A equal B plus C star D semicolon. All these are like what there 9 lexemes. But how many types of tokens are available? 4 types of tokens. And these what are the data type. A, B, C, D are what their variables. Equal plus star are what their operators. Semicolon is what their terminator or a special symbol. 4 types of tokens are available. To prepare Java applications, Java has provided the types of tokens. What are the various types of tokens here? First one is identifiers, literals, keywords or residual words, operators. Alright. Now identifiers. Identifier is a name assigned to the programming elements like variables, methods, classes, abstract classes, interfaces, enums, and so on. To provide identifiers in Java applications, we must use the following rules and regulations. Alright, sir. All Java identifiers must not start with a number. They must start with an alphabet or underscore symbol or dollar symbol, but the subsequent symbols may be a number, an alphabet, underscore symbol, or dollar symbol. Examples I have given there. ENO is equal to 111 into 9 ENO. Anyway, that example is already given that. That second rule here, what I given. Identifiers are not allowing spaces in the middle. Okay, clear. Identifiers are not allowing operators. Next one is identifiers are not allowing keywords. Identifiers are not allowing special symbols except underscore symbol and a dollar symbol. Next one is identifiers are not allowing all primitive data types. What are the various primitive data types? No, byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, boolean. All these are primitive data types. Next one is in Java, identifiers must not be duplicated in the same scope, but the identifiers may be duplicated in the different scopes. Yeah, these points here we have to understand, guys. To understand this particular point here, then we need to have some work internally, some basics we required in Java. First of all, I will cover the basics. Then after that, we are going to understand what their identifiers and its related content. Okay, now let me check for this content here. Observe carefully, all of you know. Everybody, observe carefully. In Java, there are two types of scopes. There are two types of scopes in Java. All of you observe carefully. There are two types of. I'm not talking about public, private, protected defaults. No, I'm not talking about it. Just I'm talking about like what are the two types of scopes? No, first one is local scope, and the second one is what there class level scope. Guys, might be somebody else may speak like what there in Java local scope, and second one is what there global scope. But it's not global scope. We don't have any global scope in Java. Just it is like what there class level scope. It is not global scope. No, just it is like what there class level scope. Okay, understand it clearly. All right, sir. Then what is local scope actually? What you are understanding about the local scope now? See this one, local scope. I'll show in the form of program also. Don't worry for it. Local scope. If we declare data or variables, strictly speaking, what are their variables? Variables are data inside a method or function. Inside a method, if we declare variables or data inside a method, then that variables that variables or data will have local scope, and they are accessible up to that method only. They're accessible up to that method only. They are not accessible in outside of the method. This is local scope now. Don't worry, guys. Then I will show the points in the form of writing by writing some code here. But meanwhile, understand it now. What is local scope? If we declare variables inside a method, then that variables are called local variables, and they're having local scope. They're visible up to that particular method only. They're not visible in outside of the respective method. Same point I've given. Next one is class level scope. Class level scope. What is this class level scope actually? Observe carefully. If we declare variables or data inside the class and outside of the methods, we have to declare the data inside the class and outside of the methods, then that data will have class level scope. Here we can access that variables or data in all methods throughout the class. In all methods throughout the class. Now understand it clearly. Yes, sir. Local variables are having local scope. Class level variables are having class level scopes. Same point, right? Now let us understand this point clearly. For example, I am going to take class A. Class A here I have taken. Inside this class A, guys, all of you observe carefully. Inside the class A, I have taken void M1 method. Similarly, void M2 method. Class A, void M1 method and void M2 method. All right. For example, int I is equal to 10 I declared. Guys, now you only tell me I variable is having which scope? No, is it local scope or class level scope? By seeing the definitions now, easily we can understand that I variable is having what scope? No, is it local scope or class level scope? No. Right, perfect. Everybody they are given the answer is what their class level scope, not local scope, class level scope. Okay. Now tell me, is it possible to access the type variable inside this M1 method? Cessna doubted println of I. Can I access it type variable inside the M1 method? Possible or not possible? Yes, perfect. Now it is possible. It is possible to access. It is possible to access I variable inside this M1 method. Right, sir. Perfect. Now tell me, is it possible to access that same I variable inside this M2 method? Is it possible to access the type variable inside this M2 method? Again, what is the response now? Yes, possible. Why? Because I variable is a class level variable. I variable is a class level variable. It has a class level scope. When it has the class level scope now, that we can access inside this M1 method and inside what there M2 method. We are able to access it inside this M1 method and inside the M2 method. Remember carefully. Understand it now. Okay, sir. Good. That's okay. Now observe carefully. All of you understand it clearly. Inside this M2 method, int j is equal to 20 I declared, sir. Guys, now tell me, j variable is what variable? Local variable. Now j variable is having what scope no? J variable is having what scope no? J variable is having what scope no? J variable is having what scope ke no? Local scope. Local scope. Local to what method? Local to what method? Local scope is okay, accepted. But local to what method? Local scope is up to what method? M1 method. Perfect. So now tell me, is it possible to access the j variable? Is it possible to access the j variable inside the M1 method? Is it possible to access the j variable inside the M1 method? Yes, yes, it is possible to access the j variable inside this M1 method. Now here we are able to get output is 20. Now here we are able to get output is 10. Now. Here we are able to get output is 10. It's okay, fine. Now I'm asking there, is it possible to access j variable inside M2 method? Cessna doubted println of j. Can I access it inside this M2 method? Come on guys, everybody, respond for me. Is it possible to access the j variable inside this M2 method? No. It is not at all possible to access the j variable inside this M2 method. Why? Because j variable is local to M1 method. J variable is what? The local to M1 method. If it is local to M1 method, that is available up to that M1 method only. It is not available to outside. Here we are able to get like what there error. Error here we have to understand. This is the meaning of local scope. This is exactly the meaning of like what the local scope. That's perfect. Right, sir. For example, if I declare int k is equal to 30, I provided here. Now tell me guys, now this k variable is what type of variable? Local variable or class level variable? Local variable or class level variable? K variable is what type of variable? Local variable or class level variable? Local variable. Having which scope? No, local scope. Local to what method? It's local to what method? It is local to what method? You know, M2 method. So now tell me, is it possible to access K variable inside this M2 method? Is it possible to access K variable inside this M2 method? Is it possible to access K variable inside this M2 method? Yes, it is possible. Now here we are able to get 30 as an output. Yes, it is possible. Right, sir. Now, similarly, I'm asking this question. No, is it possible to access that K variable inside this M1 method? Is it possible to access K variable inside this M1 method? Is it possible to access K variable inside this M1 method? No, not at all possible. Not at all possible. It is not possible. So here we are able to get like what their error. It's like what their error here we are getting. Yeah, guys, that's fine. Very good response. Now, finally, we understood what is local scope and what is class level scope. There are two types of scopes in Java. Here we have to understand this point here. Why I'm telling there, here I'm giving all the points. No, in Java, identifiers must not be duplicated in the same scope, but identifiers may be duplicated in two different scopes. No, scopes related point here I've given. So, what is local scope and what is a class level scope here? That point here I've given there. All right. After understanding this, now I want to write a small code to understand this particular point. Identifiers must not be duplicated in the same scope, but identifiers may be duplicated in two different scopes. No. All right, sir. Now observe carefully what I am telling you. Understand it clearly. Right, sir. Now let me check for it. No. I want to take another simple code here. Another code here I'm going to take. No. Observe carefully. Example code. For example, class A. For example, class A. Inside this class A, void M1 method. Void M1 method. Class A, void M1 method. Okay. Right, sir. Now class A, M1 method. Okay, good. Now observe carefully. What I am telling now, int I is equal to 10. Int I is equal to 10. Now byte I is equal to 20. Byte I is equal to 20. Now tell me, I variable is already declared with integer type, no? Now in the next line, I am trying to duplicate the same identifier, same name, I, with a different data type. Is it possible, guys? Now tell me. I'm trying to duplicate I variable in the same scope, at a class level scope. Is it possible? Guys, all of you give response to me. As for the point, identifiers must not be duplicated in the same scope. No. In the same class level scope, I'm trying to duplicate the identifier. Is it possible? No. Here we are able to get an error. Okay. Now observe carefully. Byte I is equal to 20. If I provide no, here in this case, no error. Right, sir. Now I'm asking this question there. With this byte I is equal to 20 error we are getting, but here byte I is equal to 20, here we are not getting any error. Can you tell me what is the reason for it? No? Why I variable is duplicated inside this M1 method? Why it is not duplicated inside the outside of the M1 method? Tell me, guys. Now the point is what there in two different scopes. In two different scopes, we can duplicate the identifiers. It's not at all problem. Okay, clear. All right, sir. It's okay. Fine. Next one is after this. Observe carefully. Long L is equal to 100, for example. Long L is equal to 100. Float L is equal to 22.2 TF. Is it possible? No? Now tell me. Is this line is possible? Is this line is possible? Not possible. Why it is not possible here? No, already L variable we declared as a long here. Again, we are trying to duplicate that L variable as a float here now. So in this case here, we are able to get like what there? Error here we are able to get. Error here we are able to get. That's nice. But now observe carefully, the same float L is equal to 20.22 F here. Now, are able to get any error here? So already L variable is declared as a long inside this M1 method. When I'm trying to duplicate it in the same M1 method, here we are getting an error. But is it possible to declare the same L variable in outside of that M1 method? Are able to get any error here? Are able to get any error? No. In this case, we are not going to get any error. No error here we are getting. That's fine. No error here we are getting. Why? What is the reason here? Why no error here we are getting? We can duplicate identifiers into different scopes, but not in the same scope. We can duplicate identifiers into different scopes, but not in the same scope. Okay, clear. That's nice. Now here, I'm asking one more question here. Now observe carefully. For example, I'm going to take one more method. So void M2 method here I'm going to take. Guys, all of you understand it clearly. Void M2 method. Now you can understand it clearly. Short I is equal to 30. Now tell me, are you able to get any error here? Observe carefully. In M1 method, I declared I variable. In M2 method also, I'm going to declare I variable. I'm trying to duplicate it in M2 method. All right, now possible or not possible? Error, no error. Error, no error. Yes, now here we are duplicating in two different scopes. We are duplicating in two different scopes, not in the same scope now. Now M1 scope is different and M2 scope is different. In M1 scope, I variable is declared. In M2 scope, I'm trying to duplicate the I variable. Yes, it's okay, no problem. Now here we are able to get like what is there? No error case here we are able to get. That's okay, fine. Now here observe carefully. double L is equal to 33.333 semicolon. Now observe carefully. L variable I created inside this M1 method. Again, I'm trying to duplicate that L variable inside this M2 method. Error, no error. Now tell me. You only tell me. Error, no error. Error, no error. That's it. Definitely here we are able to get what there? No error. No error here we are able to get now. That's it. Now this is exactly the point here we have to understand what I'm trying to say. Now my point is like what there? Now my point is what there? In Java, identifiers must not be duplicated in the same scope, but the identifiers may be duplicated in two different scopes. Right, sir? Maybe duplicated in two different scopes, but identifiers are not duplicated. Identifiers may be duplicated in two different scopes, but not duplicated in the same scope. Okay? That's the point here I've given there. Right, sir? Now it's completed now. After completion of this, now I'm going to discuss about the next point, 8th point here. What will be the value of I? Now tell me. Yeah, understood. Anadip, now understand it clearly. System.out.println of I. If you access it here, the value is what? Highest priority is available for local variable. It will be 20. Okay. Here, system.out.println of I. If I use now, what value here we are able to get now? 30. Local variable value is what there? 30. Got it? What I'm telling there. Okay. But over these local variables, if you want to access that class level variables, no, there we have to use this keyword. This keyword topic. In the future, we are going to understand. But at present, what exact the value is available for the I variable, it will be local variable value. Outside of these two, if you want to access it now, then definitely I value is what the 10. Outside of this M1 and M2 methods, if you access that I variable, there we are able to get what the 10. 10 is a value here we are able to get. Okay, clear. Guys, just I'm asking this question to all of you. All of you are following these points. Whatever the point here I'm discussing now. What exactly the point here I'm discussing? All of you are following this point here. Right, sir. Nice, good. Now the next one is this next one is also be important one, at the same time a little bit tougher one here. But I want to check how many of you are going to understand that next point here. Guys, really I want to check now. Then one thing I'm telling there, in all my previous batches, eighth point is a somewhat difficult point for all of them. Eighth point is a difficult point for all of them, but I want to check how many of you are going to understand it effectively. Shall we check this now? Yes, sir. Are you ready for it? No response, guys. Eighth point is somewhat difficult point, but on first attempt, whether we are going to understand it or not, I want to check it now. In all my previous batches, on a first attempt, no student is understanding this point. On a first attempt, students are not understanding this. In my previous batches, then I need to repeat 3 times, 4 times, then only people are understanding. But in this batch, I want to check it. How many of you are able to understand this point now? Okay, ready for it. All of you ready for it. Take it as a challenge now. Right, sir. Now I'm going to write the data first. Try to understand it. After that, I will go for a small program. In Java applications, very simple. In Java applications, we are able to use all predefined classes names as identifiers. Clear? All of you, just to say yes or no. Are you understanding this point here? Nothing, very simple point only I have given no. Now, just quick review. Now tell me, all of you now tell me, are able to understand this one or not? In Java applications, we are able to use all predefined classes names as identifiers. Okay. Right, sir. Now understand the next point. Next point is, that means comma. I'm giving next point now. Put more concentration. Not simple. Put more concentration. In this case, in this context, we must use the class name as the declared identifier only in the remaining part of the program. It is not possible to use as the original class name. It is not possible to use as the original class name. It is not possible to use as the original class name. Okay. If you are trying to use as the original class name, then the compiler will raise an error. Definitely, most of the people are not going to understand this point. No, but try to understand it. I'll explain this. Come on, read it now. Come on, all of you guys. Now, please read it now. No need to get any confusion. Even if you're not understanding that, no need to worry for it. I'll explain it effectively. But first of all, try to understand the point. In Java applications, we are able to use all predefined classes names as identifiers. In this case, we must use the class name as the declared identifier only, not in the remaining part of the program. It is not possible to use as the original class name. If you're trying to use as the original class name, then the compiler will raise an error. So that particular class cannot be used in the program if identifiers uses class name, sir. Exactly, the respective class must not be used as a class name. Whatever the class name here we have declared as an identifier, no, that we must not use. That we must not use as the class name. That we have to use as the original. That we have to use as a name only. Constructor is the same as class name. That's okay. That's a different story. Constructors, you can leave it now. I'm not thinking about constructors. Okay? Just understand the point here. What I given. Yeah, constructor name same as the class name. That's a fundamental rule only. That does not relate to this point here. Okay, guys, don't worry. Even if you are not understanding that, no need to worry for it. I'm here. I'll help you to understand this total content. Right. Extension point here I'm telling there. Observe carefully. Extension point. In this context, if you want to use the class name as the original class name, then we have to use its fully qualified name. Then we have to use it's a fully qualified name. It's a challenge, guys. How many of you are understanding and first time? No, just I want to check it. No, don't worry. Even if you're not understanding that, I'll give some explanation. Complete explanation I'm able to provide. Easily we are able to understand. Okay. Read, and try to understand it. I will explain anyway. I'll give the total clarity. No need to worry for it. All my previous batches, no student is understanding this point on a first attempt. After repeating 3 times, 4 times, no, then students are understanding the concept. Now I want to check you. Yes. Can I go for elaborated explanation? Yes, sir. Can I start it? Yeah, people are seriously reading the content. Yes, yes, read it. Okay, good, nice. All right, sir. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Anudeep. Right. It's okay. First half of the point is okay, but not used as identified to another class. No, that is a different level thinking you are doing. No, now understand it. I'll explain. Everybody, guys, put complete attention. Complete concentration is required here. Everybody must have complete attention. Then only we can understand it. No, right, sir. Now come for it. First one, in Java applications, we are able to use all predefined classes names as identifiers. Let me take up to this point here. One example here I'm going to provide for this. Okay, right. Let me check up to this part here. One simple example. Now see this one, guys. I'm going to take a VS Code editor, no, but don't think much about it, no. How we are going to use that VS Code, I will explain it. Those who are not having awareness on it, no, just for the sake of your understanding, I'm going to prepare this program here. Okay, all right. So now open folder. 1 minute, guys. Don't worry. No, 1 minute. That's okay. Leave this one. I don't require this. That's okay. Good. Now I'm going to prepare the file name tester.java. This is Java file. Guys, don't worry. Then how this header is used, no, everything I'll discuss with you, but understand this program clearly. So now here I record this main method here. Okay, clear. Now inside this, int a is equal to tensor. System doubted println of a. Guys, any doubt in this program? Any doubt in this program? Up to now, I've written some code here. Do you have any doubt about this program here? Simple code, very simple code. Easily we can understand it now. Okay. All right, sir. Now tell me here, what is identifier here? What is identifier? Right, sir. Then main is the main method class name. Now just think about these two lines of code. Right, sir. Main is for the sake of preparing program and executing program here. Now, what is identifier here in the variable declaration? A is an identifier, not test, of course. Test is a class name, sir. Main is also a class name, method name. So, okay. Now, in these two lines of code, forget about this class test and main method here. In these two lines of code, which one is acting as an identifier? No, a variable. That I'm trying to access it. When I'm trying to access this a variable here, we are able to get some output. Now, tell me here we are able to get output or not? Here we are able to get output or not? Java C space test.java. Guys, compiled successfully. Java C space test.java in the sense compiled successfully. Java space test. Now, what value here we are getting there? 10 is an output. Output value 10 here we are getting. Okay. Don't think too much about this Java C command, Java command. Java C is for compilation, Java for execution here, right? Okay. Now here we are getting like what is it? 10 is a value here. So identify A. Now my point is what? In place of A, we are able to use any predefined class name. In place of this small a, we are able to use any predefined class name. Now see this one. In place of a, I'm going to use exception is a predefined class name. Exception is one of the predefined class name. Right, sir? Now, are you believing that exception is one of the predefined class name? Do you aware about it? Exception is one of the predefined class name. In Java, we can understand exception is one of the predefined class actually. Exception is one of the predefined class. Now here we declared in place of a, we have used exception. The same name here we can use like what there? Exception. System.out.println of exception. It's similar to like what there? Int a is equal 10. System.out.println of a. Similarly, int exception is equal 10. System.out.println of exception. Now, how I declared a variable in the same way, exception is a variable. Really, it is a predefined class name. Originally, it is a predefined class name, but we are trying to declare that exception as a identifier, as a variable that we are able to display. Right, sir? Now all of you understand it clearly. Let me compile it now. Java C space tester.java. Have you seen any error here? No compilation error. Java space tester. Here we are getting the 10 is an output or not? Value 10 is an output here we are getting or not? Come on guys, say yes or no. Say yes or no. Right, that's nice. Perfect. Perfect. Now I want to copy this program here for your understanding. No, this is not required now. Right. So now this example here I'm trying to provide. This value also here I'm going to get output value. Right, sir. Just we have to put constellation compilation and this is execution here. Now we are getting output 10 now. Right. So okay, fine. Clear? Up to which part here I completed these programs are up to what content here we provide as a program here now. We are able to declare, we are able to use all predefined classes names as what their identifiers. That point here I discussed it here. Clear? Program is ready. Right, sir? Why exception given as a name now? Yeah, there is a point here I'm trying to provide there. Anudip, then just nothing. Just the point is what there. One predefined class name here I have to take to declare as an identifier. That is the reason why int exception I have taken. That is previously int a is equal to 10 I declared now. In place of a I am declaring what the exception class. Class name here I provide as an integer variable. Just to show the proof here I have taken. Not only that exception here, any class we can take. Okay, then for the sake of you, I'm going to take one more example. One more example here I'm going to take. Now observe carefully. For example, this is somewhat twist. No, observe carefully. String str is equal to ABC, guys. Now system.out.println of str. Now tell me here, string is a predefined class or not? String is a predefined class in Java. Please remember, all of you, string is not primitive data type in Java. String is not a primitive data type in Java. String is a predefined class name. Okay, now this is normal program. String str is equal to abc. Java C space tester.java compiled successfully. Java space test. Now here we are getting output is like what there abc. Okay. Now what I am telling now, in place of this str, again I am going to use a string. This string is actually a class name, but I'm trying to use that class name as str. Even data also I'm going to provide in place of abc. Okay. Now here, whenever we provided this system.out.print of str, in place of that, here I'm going to use that variable. Now tell me, all of you are okay with this? No? String is a class name. Here I've used it. No? Now in place of str, I provide the same class name again. Same class name again. ABC is a data. System.out.print of string. Now tell me, do you have any compilation error here? Is my concept is right or wrong? A little bit tough question I'm asking there. Now is that question is right or wrong? Is that program is right or wrong? Is that program is right or wrong? Error, no? Please check it, sir. Do you have any error here in this program? Do you have any error? No? No error. As of now, no error. As of now, no error. As is the program is right. Even to confuse more, in place of ABC, I'm going to use string. Now I'm telling you, this is a data type. This is a variable. This is a data. Understand? No error here. Now again I'm telling that this is what the data type, string a data type. Previously I've used str, that is a variable. Now in place of str I'm using same class name, predefined class name as what their variable. Okay. Now but this string is what there? This string is a data. Yeah, you may get this type of questions on in our company written test now. So just simply they are giving these two lines. No, they're asking there any compilation error in this code. Really, strictly speaking, no compilation error. Why? Because what's the point here? No, we can use all predefined classes names as identifiers. That's the basic principle. We are able to use all predefined classes names as an identifier. It's okay, no problem. Now here we are able to use it. Now let me come for it. Let me come for it. Java C space test.java compiled successfully. Java space test. Now see this one. Now here we are getting output is what there? String. String is an output here we are getting. No compilation error. Effectively here we are getting output. That's it. Then complete depth here I'm covering to you. You have to understand the point clearly. Now in this scenario we are not getting any compilation error. That's it. Why? Because why I'm telling there, the rule is satisfied here inside this. Rule is satisfied. Moreover, in the remaining part of the program, we have used the string as a variable only. Here I've used the string. System.out.println now string I've used. Now the string is I have used as what their variable only, not as a class name. No confusion, no compilation error. Okay, guys, shall we go for more difficult point now? Next level point here. Can I go for that next difficult example? Come on, no response, guys. Can I go for difficult example? Can I go for more difficult example? Right, everybody. How many of you are going to answer for it? I want to check it now. Put complete concentration here in this program. Put more concentration now. Right, sir. All of you, put ready for it. This is okay. Leave it now. Now I'm telling to you, all of you, observe carefully. Int system is one of the predefined class name. Int a is equal 10. Guys, now tell me, do you have any error up to now? Is it possible to use system as an identifier or not, as an integer variable or not? System is one of the predefined class name. Is it possible to use that class name as an identifier or not? Come on, guys. Everybody has to give response now. Right, sir. Yes, perfect. Everybody has given right information. Now put more concentration. Put more concentration. In the remaining part of the program, I must use that system as what? Integer variable only. I must not use that system as what? It's a class name. As that the condition is what? See this one. In the document here, I given clearly the point here. What's the point here? We are able to use all predefined classes names as identifiers. In this context, we must use the class name as the declared identifier only in the remaining part of the program. It is not possible to use as the original class name. It is not possible to use as the original class name. Okay, all right, sir. Now let us understand this point here. Now system, once we declare the system as an integer variable, in the remaining part of the program, that we must use that system as integer variable only. We must not use that system as what their original class name. Right, so now observe carefully. System dot out dot println of a system. Guys, all of you put more concentration in this line. 2 times I have used system. Am I right? In this line, how many times I have used system, sir? Now tell me. Come on, guys. Everybody has to respond for me. In this line, how many times I have used system? How many times I have used system? 2 times. 2 times I have used system. Can you tell me what exactly its utilization here? First of all, now tell me the second system, parameter system. I have used this system as what? As an integer variable or class name? Come on, guys. A parameter system. System dot println of system. Second system. Second system I have used as what? As an integer variable or class name? Come on, everybody. The system dot println of A. In the same way, system dot println of system. Now that system I have used as what? Integer variable or class name? Integer variable. Integer variable. Perfect, guys. Effectively, we are giving answers. Now tell me that first system I have used as what? That first system I have used as what? System dot out is available. Where system is as what? I have used the system as what? I have used the system as what? Come on. I have used the system as what? I have used the system as what? As a class name or an integer variable? The first utilization is system as what? The first utilized system as what? Class name or integer variable? Class name or an integer variable? Yes, class name. Now, if you are using this system as a class name, no, but we are violating the Java rule here. We are violating the Java rule. What is the Java rule? Once we declare system as an integer variable, in the remaining part of the program, we must use the system as integer variable only. We must not use the system as original class name. Okay. Now system not outed println of system. This is an integer variable. Okay, agree. But here we have used the system as what their class name here. We have used the system as what their class name. After declaring system as an integer variable, we are trying to use the system as a class name. Now this is against to the Java rules and regulations or not? This is against to the Java rules and regulations or not? Now here we are able to get compilation error, no compilation error. Error, no error. Come on, guys. Now tell me, error, no error. Error, no error. Everybody, respond for me. Error, no error. Definitely here we are able to get what their compilation error. Definitely here we are able to get what their compilation error. But what exactly the error message here we are able to get? Just leave this one. But here we are able to get what their compilation error. Java C space tester.java. No need to read this error here. Definitely here we are getting what there? Some compilation error. There's a point here we are getting. Compilation error here we are able to get. Alright, sir. Now observe carefully. I'm going to provide this even error message also I'm going to provide. No need to worry for it. Compilation error here we are getting. Clear. Alright, sir. Compilation error here we are able to get. Okay. All of you please read this punch here. Alright, sir. Now it is not possible to use that as original class name. If you are trying to use that class name, if you are trying to use the original class name, then the compiler will raise an error. Am I right or not? It's okay. Now please read this one. Next one. All of you please read this one. If you understand it now, then give some intimation to me so that I'll move forward. In this context, if we want to use the class name as original class name, then we have to use its a fully qualified name. What is fully qualified name? I'll give clarity. No need to worry for it, guys. If you want to use the class name as original class name, then we have to use its a fully qualified name. Okay. Now give some intimation to me. If you're understanding that, I'll give clarity on it. Yes, sir. Can I give explanation for it? Right, sir. Nagar, no, perfect. Now the point is what there? Fully qualified name. If you want to use that as a original class name, then we have to use fully qualified name. What is the meaning of using that fully qualified name? No, nothing, sir. Fully qualified name is nothing but writing classes names along with their package name. In general, in Java, classes are available in packages now. Classes are available in packages now. Actually, java.lang is a package kit. Inside the java.lang package, system is one of the class kit, object is one of the class kit, exception is one of the class kit, and so on. So many classes are available. Okay, inside the java.lang package, no, so many classes are available. For example, if you write like system, this is a normal name, just normal name. If you write that java.lang.system, for example, java.lang.system, now it is what their fully qualified name. Java.lang.system is what their fully qualified name. Just like what there, we are all having our initials, sir. Your name is available and initial is available. Writing only your name, this is a normal name. Writing your name along with initial, that is what their fully qualified name. Similarly, writing classes names along with their package names, that is what their fully qualified name. So the solution, if you want to provide solution for this error, no, there we have to provide what their fully qualified name. That's an observe carefully. The same example here I'm going to provide effectively. Now understand this clearly. Now tell me, guys. Here I have used the system as what there. I integer variable, no problem. But here I'm trying to use the system as what there. Come on, guys. Now tell me. Here I'm trying to use the system as what? Here I'm trying to use the system as what? As a class name or an integer variable? Here I'm trying to use the system as what? Come on, all of you, please respond to me. Is a class name or integer variable? Class name. If you're trying to use the system as a class name, no, there we have to write what? We should not write directly system. There we have to write what? Here we have to write what? Here we have to write. It's a fully qualified name. The class is fully qualified name. The system's fully qualified name here we have to write. What is that fully qualified name of the system here we have to write now? In place of writing that system, there we have to write java.lang.system. Java.lang.system.out.println of system. If you write it now, there we are not going to get any compilation error. Now see this one here, we are not going to get any compilation error. Java C space test.java. Now get no compilation error. Now get Java space test. Here we are getting 10 is an output. Here we are getting no compilation error, but we are getting output is what is it? 10. It's okay. Nice, guys. Now tell me, all of you now tell me one more point here. Now I'm going to use the system is equal to system plus 10. A is equal to A plus 10 like this. Into A is equal to 10, A is equal to A plus 10. In the same way, system is equal to system plus 10. Now tell me, guys, here two times we have used system in this line. In both the times, the system is used as an integer variable or class name. In both the time, the system is used as an integer variable or class name. Integer variable. Are able to get any compilation error now? Are able to get any compilation error? No compilation error here. No. It's okay. Now tell me, I want to display the system. I want to display the system here. If you want to display the system, then what we have to do now? System.out.println of system here I want to provide. Now, we are able to get compilation error or not? We are able to get compilation error here. Why we are getting compilation error now? Tell me. Why we are getting compilation error here now? Tell me. Why we are getting compilation error here now? Tell me. Come on. Why we are getting compilation error? We have not used fully qualified name here. We have not used fully qualified name. Missing fully qualified name here. So now here, in place of this system, now here we have to use what? You have to use as like what? Java.lang.system. You have to use java.lang.system. Then now this is class name. Even after declaring the system as an integer variable, if you want to use the system as a class name, there we have to use fully qualified name. It's okay, no problem. Now tell me again here I'm going to use system is equal to system plus 10 now. Now in this line I've used system twice now, but both the times I've used the system as what there? Integer variable only. Here we are not going to get any compilation error. Here we are not getting any compilation error. Okay. Now I want to display that value. Now again now tell me system.out.println. Again now tell me system.out.println of system if I use now. Now here we are able to get compilation error. So to avoid this compilation error, what I have to do, sir? To remove this compilation error here, what I have to do? To avoid this compilation error, what we have to do? Come on, to avoid this compilation error, what we have to do? I have to use what is their fully qualified name. In place of the system, I have to use like what is their fully qualified name. Java.lang.system. Java.lang.system.out.println. Now guys, are able to get any compilation error here in this program? Now overall in this program, now tell me, all of you now tell me, please respond from everybody. Are able to get any compilation error in this program? Are we able to get any compilation error in this program? No compilation error here we are getting. No compilation error here we are getting. That's nice. If I execute this program, what output here we are able to get? If I execute this program, what output here we are able to get? Come on. If I execute this program, what exactly that output here we are able to get? Now here, three outputs here we are able to get. System.out.println says displaying some outputs now. Three outputs here we are able to get. What three outputs here we are able to get now? Alright, sir. Now here I am going to show three outputs here. First, int system is equal to 10. System.out.println of system. Now here we are able to get 10. Now system is equal to system plus 10. That means already 10 values available. 10 plus 10, 20 here. System is equal to 20 here we are able to get. Now system is equal to 20. Okay. System is equal to 20. Why? Because 10 plus 10 now. Now here we are able to get what value? 20. Now here what it is now? System is equal to system plus 10. That is 20 plus 10 now. Now here system is equal to 30 here we are able to get. Now system.out.println of system. Now here what we are able to get now? 30. 30 is an output here we are able to get. So overall output is what there? 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30. Output here we are able to get. Right, so now let me check for it. Java C space test.java. Compiled successfully. Java space test. Now here we are able to get output like what is it? 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30 outputs here we are getting there. Right, so 10, 20, 30 is an output here we are getting. Understand it clearly? Output values also here we are providing. Right, so now this part is completed now. Identifiers, overall identifiers, utilization, identifiers, rules and regulations here we understand clearly with this particular point here. Okay, but suggestions are available to use identifiers here. We have to use suggestions. That suggestions part we are going to understand in tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to understand about the suggestions part, guys. Okay, guys, if you want to access these notes, all of you know, please take screenshot of it. This is the link here. We have to use language fundamentals is a document name. Right, so now if you want to get any information about my classes here, anything admission process, something else, no, just take this number and call to this number. Hemant is an admin, then he able to respond for it. Everybody take this link details now. Take screenshot of it. Everybody take screenshot of it. Okay. Right. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. I'll meet you tomorrow with the same link.